No, I'm live on YouTube, you nitwit. Hello, hello. There is, yikes. And that's a lot of light coming in from behind me, so I'm hoping you can see my face better than. Well, we will figure out the lighting and the drapes. I wonder if that would help, but then I have to move all my stuff off of my altar up there. Hello, hello, everybody. I am coming at you live from Calgary, Alberta today. I am so excited for this Saturday. It's my 61st birthday and the premiere release of my first ever song called I Am the Flow. And it was written in August, and I was too much of a chicken shit to put it up. So it's taken this long to do it. I hope you love it. I hope you join me for the premiere on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Same time as now, but in a couple days. And we're going to launch the song. And I would love, love, love to have your input on what you think. Yeah, so it's gonna show up. It's the stuff that I've got coming. These songs I've got probably, I think there's 6 more, maybe 7 more. I have to double check. I knew 10 minutes ago, and I promise I've taken my meds and everything today, but the words are gone. So yeah, I'm super excited that I'm going to start releasing one. I'm going to try to release one a week. I'm not going to do a big premiere thing for each one of them, unless you think I should. Like, the YouTube thing is completely new to me. So let me know in the comments what you think. In the channel, share, like, comment. If you think I should change something up, I'm open to suggestions, I guess. What I want to do the podcast on that we're building, starting to build, is on something called metanoia. The word metanoia. So it literally is the change that happens within you when you've changed your mind from something that you have stuck solid, that's been your foundation, that's who you've always been, that's who you've always thought you were. Okay. And then sometimes what ends up happening, and sometimes it takes till you're 61 to figure it out, is that the stuff that you've been believing, that you've been building your whole life around, is wrong. Absolutely wrong. And your parents and society always guide and teach what their perceptions of life are, right? So things change. We are evolving human beings. And sometimes it takes a life-altering, heaven crashing to earth moment for you to see where something so wrong was hidden inside you, and you may not have even noticed it. There are so many things going on in the world right now. People's perceptions and people's ideologies being shoved down everybody else's throats, and people think that's okay. That's never been okay. We have a right to our own opinions, our own lives, our own desires, our own dreams. And I think that was my big chrysalis moment. And it was gifted to me by my youngest child, who happens to be trans, and a whole bunch of other stuff that would take a whole other video, and I'm not going to go into. The thing being is, I thought I knew what I thought I knew based on what I was taught by people that thought they knew. Once you realize, I mean, for me, it was this particular episode that opened up my eyes to a whole bunch of other things that were also wrong. The bigotry and the lies and the all of the things that we thought were normal aren't normal. All right. People hating other people because of who they want to represent themselves as, that's not normal. That's not normal. That's hate and judgment. That's not up to you. That's their lives, and their lives, they get to live their lives as the person, the human, the spiritual embodiment of a human being in a physical body. That's up to each individual person. Every single person is different. And that was my metanoia moment. Holy crap, right? Of course, I thought everybody, but you don't realize in the moment when you're, say, in an argument with your 12-year-old who is now 20, about who they're supposed to be until you really get it. And then once you get it, you have the metanoia moment. That's you've got to dive into your own inner being and find out why you're so stuck on what you think somebody else is supposed to do or be or believe or whatever. And when you peel back all those onion layers inside of you, when you go into the what we call the goop state, the chrysalis state, right? When you, in a butterfly or in a caterpillar, they don't just morph into something else. They turn into sludge, into goop. They liquefy inside a chrysalis. And then they rebuild themselves and recreate themselves with cells that have always been in them. That's that light that's in all of us. Okay? So when you see that light, that is the shift. That is the metanoia moment. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Impossible. And that, my darling, is what's going to change your life. So Google metanoia, take a look at it. I've got some really cool, um, really cool papers and documents and research and all sorts of nifty stuff that I've put together into a package on what metanoia is. So if you want that, drop your name in the comments or DM me or hunt me down on Facebook or Instagram and DM me there and say, I'd love to know more about metanoia and what it means. I think it's time for all of us on planet Earth to have a metanoia moment and to realize that the way things are going is not good. All right. And we need to come together and rise together. For my ladies that I've been coaching for the last 10, 15 years, and the ones that are coming and finding me now, this is also your moment, because now it's the moment for you to create the you that you've always known is inside you. All right. That's that moment inside that who you've always been. You've had, pardon me, my phone's going off. I thought I turned it off. The understanding that you can be anything you want to be. Well, I have so many ladies that come to me and say, I'm 65 or I'm 70 and it's too late for me now. I can't do. And that's bullshit. You can do. There is absolutely nothing stopping you right now from building exactly what you thought you wanted to build years and years ago that society helped you squish down, whether it was the very, very powerful being mom and raising children. I did that. I raised 3 of them. And now that the nest is almost empty for me, now I can dive into all of the other things that I wanted to put my time and energy into, including and not limited to songwriting, music that has a frequency that can shift souls, that can magnetize positive energy towards you, that can bring your itty bitty shitty committee to a calm place and let you step into your metanoia moment so that you can see what has always been unseen and you can shift who you want to be in relation to that. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to show the world you are? And who do you want to, what message do you want to leave behind for your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids? When they look back, what side of history are you going to be on? Are you going to be for the people, for the caring, compassionate love that the universe, God, Allah, gave you, right? That moment in time that is all you and how you show yourself to the world? Or do you want to be on that side where it's all about power and money? And I don't have a problem with money, guys. Don't, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you hoard and you don't give from heart, and I'm not talking, I'm a multi-billionaire and I need a tax write-off, because obviously they don't. The others do. But being able to be a philanthropist and give back just because you want to, because this is something that's close to you. That's what I do, right? That's what I hope all of us do, whether it's a food bank or giving a job to an immigrant who's just come to our country and needs a hand up to get going, right? Whether that's whatever they need. Um, Being able to give from heart for your right reasons, for your perceptions, not having somebody tell you how to do it or who to do it for, just being able to, that takes money. So being able to build yourself and your wealth up is important. So I might sound like I'm skipping all over the place, but it's very clear in the coaching that I do that each one of these steps has to happen in order, because if you do it too soon, you shoot yourself in the foot. If you wait too long, then you're missing an opportunity to help your own community in a small way, and that small way could be enough to change even one life is important. So there's so many things that we can do, that we can help build a new career. We can help um, design something that is specific to what you used to wish you could have, right? Like we've all got those lists that we wrote someday, right? Someday I want to do this. Someday I want to do that. We've all had them, right? So what was one of the things? Um, um, the time has ended now. You're not running lunches back and forth with your kids. Um, the list that you had, whether it was writing a book or teaching others or using the wisdom that you've actually learned, and all of a sudden something will just click. And sometimes it happens while we're doing our clarity call, while we're just chit-chatting, and it just all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I haven't thought of that in 20 years or 30 years or whatever. Those are the things that are inside you that still want to be expressed, right? So being a parent and then having the kids grow up and go, you're not stuck. You're not at the end. Now's the time to say, what would I do if I wasn't such a chicken shit? What would I do? What would I dream, or what dream did I stick on hold because it didn't feel right at the time, or I didn't have time for it, or my kids or my husband went to school to become this, so I stayed home with the kids. Like, we've all done those different things. So what did you put on hold that you can now bring out, that we can create? This is where your clarity begins. This is where your next chapter takes shape. And that only happens with intent, with courage, and with support. And that was another metanoia moment for me, right? Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The support was massive to me. In my own ego, because we all have one, I wanted to do it all by myself. First, to save money, because coaches are expensive depending on the coach. And when you get started, you start smaller and build your way up. Then I've worked with lots of coaches since figuring that out. But I was terrified to work with a coach. Why? Oh, well, that's easy. I didn't want somebody telling me what to do. That's what I thought they were going to do. That's literally what I thought they were going to do. But that's not what they do. They hone in on who you are and what you can do to help to get out there. What do you want? And then let me show you the pathway to get there. Without, I like to say, I coach you on what not to do, because I have learned by screwing up and failing so many times that I would never have learned any of that, pardon me, without the help of my coaches, right? So I wasted many, 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 many years, and I don't want you to waste those years. So Excuse me. So, see, it doesn't take much to get me going. I'm passionate about what I believe in and I want to help. And that's the most important part here. So I want you to think about the fact that you're not starting over from scratch. You're not, oh my God, my kids have grown and gone. I'm in my 50s. I don't know what to do now. You're not starting over. You've already got a game plan, and everything that you've done through the life of your children, raising your family, has taught you so much that you don't even know you know. And that's the coolest part. Because as we start digging in there, something is going to jump out and go, oh my God, well, I didn't think somebody'd want to know that. Yeah, somebody wants to know that. Whatever that is, somebody out there in the world, probably thousands and thousands of them, want to know that. So that is going to be your starting point. And we can just keep it going. Your purpose didn't end, it's evolved. And that evolution is your new purpose. So let me help you. Drop a name, comment, whatever, and let's go. And then I'll see you on Saturday when we release the new song, the first in the album. And then if the album is loved and you like it, then I will release another song and another song and another song. And I hope that it brings you health, happiness, peace, and a little bit of fire. Okay, so let's magnetize that. Have a great day, and I will see you on Saturday at 3:30. All right. Okay. Bye.